Have you ever wondered which year gave us the best forgotten one-hit wonders? We're settling the score with a head-to-head battle between 1970 and 1975, featuring 10 matchups of iconic tracks. From raw rock born out of tough nights to tender ballads with personal roots. Which year will take the title? Join us as we find out which year had the best forgotten songs you loved. Round 1, Rock Anthem versus Soulful Ballad. We're pitting All Right Now by Free from 1970 against Loving You by Minnie Riperton from 1975.
No one else can make me feel the color.
These tracks showcase a striking contrast. Think All Right Now's hard-driving blues rock riff versus Loving You's intimate vocal lullaby. Let's break down their origins, sounds, and impact to see which one takes the crown in this battle of forgotten hits. All Right Now was penned by Free in a dressing room after a disappointing Durham club date. Determined to craft a stadium-shaking anthem. Written by bassist Andy Frazier, it's raw rock in D major with a simple verse-chorus solo structure that bursts with energy. Meanwhile, Loving You started as a personal piece Minnie Riperton created to calm her daughter, Maya Rudolph, in the studio. It's a soft love ballad, full of emotion and lifted by her stunning voice, hitting those high notes effortlessly. All Right Now draws from blues rock with a loud, iconic riff that grabs you instantly, helping define a genre in 1970. Compare that to Loving You, where Riperton's vocal range is the star, though it stays within a narrower love song vibe. When we look at lasting impact, one feels tied to a broader movement in music history. All Right Now edges out with its genre-shaping power over a beautiful but less transformative ballad. So 1970 takes this round. Stick with us as we line up another pair of tracks to see if the decade's lead holds strong. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Round 2, Carefree Pop versus Commercial Hit. We're matching up In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry from 1970 against Sky High by Jigsaw from 1975. These tracks bring a light, upbeat energy, but their origins and purposes couldn't be more different. Starting from their beginnings, In the Summertime came to life in a flash of inspiration. Ray Dorset, Mungo Jerry's lead singer, wrote it while working at Timex, writing the riff in just 10 minutes. This pop song carries a laid-back, playful spirit that mirrors sunny, carefree days, made even quirkier with a motorcycle sound effect, a spontaneous torch of 1970s studio creativity using a Triumph sports car driven past the studio. In contrast, Sky High was crafted with a specific aim as the main theme from the 1975 film The Man from Hong Kong. It's a polished pop rock track, built for commercial appeal and tied directly to a movie release rather than a personal burst of ideas. In the Summertime feels raw and unscripted, while Sky High is calculated and tied to a project. In the Summertime hit #1 globally, holding the UK chart top spot for 7 weeks in 1970, thanks to its fresh, charming style. Sky High charted well in 1975, reaching #3 in the US, but it lacks the same organic warmth. As we weigh their lasting appeal, one captures a genuine moment in time with its inventive joy. In the Summertime takes this round for its spirited originality over a more manufactured hit. Let's keep this momentum going and see what the next pair brings to the table. Let's move into round 3, deep storytelling versus disco beat. We're comparing Vehicle by the Ides of March from 1970 with Shame, Shame, Shame by Shirley & Company, which charted in 1975. These tracks offer totally different flavors in our battle of forgotten one-hit wonders. First, let's talk about their roots. Vehicle is a rock song with a personal story at its core. Written by Jim Peterick, it reflects his feeling of being an emotional vehicle for a girl he later married, blending raw sound with a narrative that adds real depth. On the other hand, Shame, Shame, Shame is a pure disco track that hit the charts in 1975. Built on a catchy Bo Diddley beat with gritty raw vocals, it was made to get people dancing with its relentless rhythm. One song draws you in with a tale that makes you pay attention to every word, delivered with intense, almost shouted passion. The other keeps you moving with its upbeat tempo, though it doesn't offer much beyond the rhythm. Vehicle mixed rock with storytelling in 1970, making a strong impression on the charts with its fresh approach. Meanwhile, Shame 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 was a lively hit in 1975, but got lost in the rising tide of disco without much to make it unique. When it comes to lasting memory, Vehicle's narrative depth gave it enduring resonance beyond a dance floor fad. So, 1970 scores again with this win. Stick around as we line up another pair to see if this trend continues with a different kind of sound clash. Round 4. Heavy riffs versus soft southern sound. We're putting Mississippi Queen by Mountain from 1970 up against Jackie Blue by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils from 1975.
Blue jacket, you're not so down.
These tracks highlight completely different musical approaches from their respective years. Mississippi Queen kicks off with an iconic heavy guitar line that hooks you instantly. Released in 1970, it's a hard rock staple packed with raw intensity that helps shape what heavy music could become. On the flip side, Jackie Blue from 1975 blends southern rock and soft rock, a mix that was pushed for broader radio play. It's a smoother track with a warm, easygoing feel. Interestingly, the record label insisted on changing the original lyrics from a drug dealer storyline to one about a reclusive woman aiming for a safer appeal. One song hits hard with a genre-defining edge through its powerful style. The other offers a relaxed charm that's pleasant but less striking. Imagine Mississippi Queen roaring through speakers with that unforgettable riff with pure energy in every note. Then think of Jackie Blue with its melodic ease, like a calm moment on a quiet day. Mississippi Queen became a rock foundation in 1970, later named one of Guitar Magazine's 50 heaviest riffs, often cited as an enduring anthem. Meanwhile, Jackie Blue saw success in 1975, hitting number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Cashbox Singles Chart for 2 weeks, though its long-term mark feels smaller. When we weigh their legacy, Mississippi Queen stands taller for its groundbreaking sound and lasting rock influence. So, 1970 increases its lead. Let's move forward and see what makes a song truly stick in your mind with our next matchup. Round 5. Catchy chorus versus soulful depth. We're comparing Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes by Edison Lighthouse from 1970 to Love Won't Let Me Wait by Major Harris from 1975. Let's break down their style and impact to see which one claims victory.
I see the morning sun.
Love Grows is classic 1970 pop, with a chorus that hooks you instantly thanks to its memorable chord progression looping through a bright upbeat pattern. Performed by Edison Lighthouse, a studio-assembled group with Tony Burrows on lead vocals, it carries a light, cheerful energy with tight harmonies that turned it into a radio favorite. In contrast, Love Won't Let Me Wait is a heartfelt soul ballad from 1975. Major Harris delivers raw emotion, singing about longing with a voice that pulls you into every note of this slow, tender track. One song lifts you with its fun, sing-along charm that's hard to forget after just one listen. The other draws you in with deep personal feeling, asking you to really hear the story behind the music. Love Grows shines with its bubbly melody, pure joy in every line. Meanwhile, Love Won't Let Me Wait builds slowly, like a quiet confession unfolding. Love Grows ruled the charts in 1970 with huge global success, hitting number 1 in the UK and top 5 in the US. Still heard on oldie stations today. Love Won't Let Me Wait made a mark in 1975, reaching high spots on soul charts. But its reach was smaller. When it comes to staying power, a worldwide number 1 in the UK and top 5 US placement gives Love Grows undeniable mass appeal. So 1970 wins this round. Stick with us as we explore what truly sets a song apart in our continuing matchup. Round Round 6, studio innovation versus recognizable hook. We're lining up Reflections of My Life by The Marmalade from 1970 against Feelings by Morris Albert from 1975. These two tracks offer distinct approaches in our battle of forgotten one-hit wonders. Reflections of My Life, released around 1970, is a sophisticated pop track written by Junior Campbell and Dean Ford. It pushed studio boundaries with a unique reverse tape guitar solo, created by reversing the 8-track tape and crossfading it. A bold move for the time. Brass and sweeping strings add a grand, timeless quality, and despite its major key, the song carries a deep nostalgic sadness. Meanwhile, Feelings from 1975 is a soft rock ballad known for its simple, whoa, whoa, whoa chorus that catches on quick. Its lyrics focus on lingering love, striking a straightforward emotional chord with listeners. One track stands out for its experimental sound design, that guitar solo hitting unlike anything else in its era. The other relies on an easy, familiar hook that grabs you right away. Imagine Reflections unfolding with its creative layers, a fresh texture in every note. Then picture Feelings with its direct, singable medley that's simple to remember. Reflections made a big splash in 1970, reaching number 3 in the UK and number 10 in the US. Feelings charted well in 1975 and is by far more universally known today. When we weigh their legacy, Feelings takes this round for its enduring mark as a 1975 one-hit wonder. Let's keep this journey going and see what unexpected twist awaits in our next comparison. Round 7, Rock Narrative versus Soulful Charm, comparing Ride Captain Ride by Blues Image from 1970 with 18 with a Bullet by Pete Wingfield from 1975. These songs bring very different vibes to our battle of forgotten one-hit wonders.
Got my finger on the trigger. I'm gonna pull it.
Ride Captain Ride, released in 1970, mixes blues and rock into a powerful blend. Co-written by singer-guitarist Mike Pinera and keyboardist Frank Skip Conte, it spins a tale of a crew inviting folks to a new land of freedom. When the locals ignore them, the crew sails off on a mystery ship vanishing forever. This story of adventure peaked at number 4 in the US and Canada, earned gold certification, and became an anthem for the counterculture. Meanwhile, 18 with a Bullet from 1975 combines soul with a doo-wop touch. It entered the Hot 100 at number 18 and carries a playful charm through its hip music industry lingo lyrics, later seeing a resurgence in the 1998 film soundtrack for Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. One song pulls you into a journey with layers of meaning that linger beyond its release. The other offers a catchy, light feel that's easy to enjoy. Picture Ride Captain Ride with vivid lyrics, crafting a sense of escape. Then compare 18 with a Bullet and its nostalgic, simpler charm. Ride Captain Ride stood out in 1970 as a symbol of rebellion, while 18 with a Bullet found fans in 1975 and has a quirky charm that fans love. With a more memorable hook and an everlasting feel, 18 with a Bullet wins this round. Let's push ahead and explore what kind of energy can truly capture a listener's heart.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Round 8, Uplifting Message versus Funky Groove, matching Ooh Child by the 5 Stairsteps from 1970 with I Wanna Do Something Freaky to You by Leon Haywood from 1975. Let's see which one leaves a stronger mark. Ooh Child, released in early 1970, is a soul track with a powerful message of hope. Written by Stan Vincent, it was originally intended as a B-side, but became a hit, selling over 1 million copies, thanks to its soothing sound. Often described as a comfort blanket of sound, it promises things are gonna get easier, and things will get brighter during hard times. Its focus on resilience resonates deeply. In contrast, I Want to Do Something Freaky to You from 1975 blends soul, funk, and disco, backed by a bold bass line. It reflects the decade's rising dance scene and has been sampled 66 times in hip-hop history, including by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, showing its lasting influence. One song offers comfort with a positive, reassuring vibe that lifts you up. The other delivers a lively, danceable rhythm that's full of energy. Picture Ooh Child with its warm, gentle tone like a supportive friend. Then compare Freaky to You with its groovy, suggestive style, perfect for the dance floor. Ooh Child touched hearts in 1970 and remains a go-to for film, TV, and commercials when needing an uplifting message. Meanwhile, Freaky to You made waves in 1975, but feels tied to its era. Ooh Child's universal promise of hope outlasts the era-bound groove of a single funk sample, so 1970 takes this round. Let's keep moving to see how a fresh style can challenge a classic story. Round 9, Sharp Pop vs. Country Tale, comparing The Rapper by the Jaggers from 1970 with Third Rate Romance by the Amazing Rhythm Aces from 1975. These tracks showcase different strengths and are battle of forgotten one-hit wonders. The Rapper, released in January 1970, is a pop rock track written by band member Donnie Iris. It stands out with a unique vocal delivery that hooks you instantly. The lyrics warn a girl about a deceptive charmer who uses smooth talk, or rapping, as Donnie Iris' character puts it, to win hearts. Its fresh style helped it reach number 2 on Cashbox and number 4 on Billboard, showing serious chart power. Meanwhile, Third Rate Romance from 1975 is a country rock narrative by Russell Smith. It tells of a man and woman meeting at a restaurant and heading to a motel for what looks like a brief encounter. Its casual, relatable plot hit number 1 on Canada's RPM charts, and later saw covers by Dwight Yoakam and Alan Jackson, boosting its country rock appeal. One track grabs you with a sharp, standout sound that feels new. The other draws you in with a story that's easy to picture. Hear The Rapper with its distinctive vocal edge cutting through. Then compare Third Rate Romance with its laid-back flow, like a tale shared over a quiet drink. The Rapper made waves in 1970 with its bold approach. Third Rate Romance succeeded in 1975 with strong storytelling and a nice guitar line by Barry Bird Burton, but it stayed within familiar territory. When it comes to lasting intrigue, the risk-taking vocals of The Rapper give it an edge over a well-worn narrative style. So, 1970 takes this round. Let's push forward to see how our final comparison unfolds with a dramatic finish. Round 10, Dramatic Story versus Early Disco, pitting Indiana Wants Me by Ardeen Taylor from 1970 against Doctor's Orders by Carol Douglas from 1975. Let's look at their style and story to see which one wins this final round. Indiana Wants Me is a gripping tale of a man on the run, packed with tension. Written by Taylor himself after watching Bonnie and Clyde, it's on Motown's Rare Earth label, making Taylor one of the few white artists with a Motown hit. It places you in the shoes of a man who killed to defend his wife's honor, now fleeing the police and leaving his family behind. The suspense builds to a chilling climax with a bullhorn voice declaring, "This is the police. Give yourself up. You're surrounded," followed by gunfire, suggesting a tragic end. Meanwhile, Doctor's Orders from 1975 is an early disco track with R&B and soul roots. Written by Roger Cook, Roger Greenaway, and Jeff Stevens, it's about a woman missing her man with love prescribed as the cure. Its sound features the bubble guitar by Jerry Friedman and gallop conga rhythm by Carlos Martin, production tricks that shaped disco, contrasting sharply with Taylor's narrative realism. One song holds you with a movie-like plot that keeps you hooked. The other gets you moving with an upbeat tempo. Picture Indiana Wants Me with its intense unfolding drama. Then compare Doctor's Orders with its lively beat that pulls you to dance. Indiana Wants Me was a 1970 standout for its bold approach. Doctor's Orders, shown in 1975 as a disco pioneer. In this close battle, Doctor's Orders' pure infectious beat and early disco sound give it the win over the dramatic storytelling of Ardeen Taylor. Let's tally up the results and see which year truly stands out above the rest. After 10 hard-fought rounds, 1970 emerges as the clear winner for forgotten one-hit wonders. Its songs stand out with bold moves and showcase studio innovation. This reflects 1970's knack for creating fresh sounds, while 1975 leaned on existing trends. Which of these 1970s gems brings back your personal memories? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and let's keep rediscovering the 1970s unique legacy together.